What's up, everybody? It's Jay Blake with JesusWired.com. I've got a phenomenal guest today. His name is Robert Ri'chard. You may know him from TV shows such as Cousin Skeeter, One on One, and now he is in a faith-based blockbuster we call My Brother's Keeper. How you doing, Robert?
What's going on, Well? How you guys doing out there? Love you guys and God bless. Yeah, thanks for having me today, man. I really appreciate that.
Man, we're so blessed to have you. It feels good. How are you doing in the quarantine COVID situation? How you feeling these days?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be an example for everybody out there. There's a lot of people who are going through a lot of things, and it's great to have someone you can look to and turn to be an inspiration and be somebody who is keeping your spirits high. And I'm just out here just hugging grandparents, kissing babies, and making sure everyone's getting blessed.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you played Donnie in the new movie, My Brother's Keeper. What is it most that excites you about this film and this role?
I think just the producers involved. Bishop Mackey and Ty Manners, who are producing this film, they called me directly. They're like, "Listen, you don't have to audition or anything. We just want you to be a part of this great film." And so
Wow.
I headed out to Georgia. We were out in Cumberland, Georgia, and not too far from Fort Bragg military base. And the whole city was so great. They opened up the world to us, and we had a great time. And I'm very, very happy to play Sweatsuit Donnie in this film.
Awesome. That's amazing. You didn't have to audition. Like, that's huge. Like, it must be good to be in that place, especially like within your career where relationships matter, that help to kind of push you along. Was there anything about your character that you felt was challenging or an untapped part that you've never had to tap into when it comes into acting and what that's looked like?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everyone has a different process of how they, approach their characters. I love what I do, and I sort of try and make the characters as real as they can be, as far as like how the audience relates to them. So, Sweatsuit Donnie is a character that I've never played before. He's sort of like living in a military town, sort of like have that military adjacent lifestyle, but also getting to a lot of things that are, drugs and all that kind of stuff too, things that are sort of like cross lines people's lives. And I think it was just a cool role for me to play. I kind of flipped my switch a little bit and had a little bit different attitude and stuff like that and whatnot. And it was great to be in this film. I loved it.
Have you ever worked with T.C. Stallings or Keisha Knight, Pullum before? Like, I mean, that's an all-star cast. And Joey Lawrence is in this movie. And so yeah, that's incredible. Have you ever worked with them before, or what was it like being a part of that cast?
No, I landed in town and pretty much got to work right on set, and me and TC kind of had like an immediate bond. He's a really, really good dude, and he's very likes to connect and stuff and talk with his actors and stuff. That's not normally like my approach, because I usually tend to be more what's described as like method acting. So in method acting, I sort of stay to myself until I'm on set. So there's a different change of pace, but Keisha's great. She's just been around for just a long time. We all love her. TC's outstanding. And then Joey, I work with Joey's brother. His brother Matthew and I did a film together. So I'm a little bit familiar with Joey. But yeah, it was great being in Georgia and knocking this film down.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's incredible. Okay, so method acting. We're learning things new here, and so
I'm learning too. So I'm right with you guys.
Yeah, no, like that's awesome, bro. So with T.C. Stallings, you play his brother in the film. Is that correct, or are we?
Yeah, T.C. and I's relationship have a very much brother relationship. I wouldn't say that it's blood, but we definitely have that sort of like best friends for like life type thing. Growing up together and then sort of like separating and coming back and having that bond.
Okay, what do you want people to take away from that brotherhood bond that's seen throughout the course of the film? There's such a strong theme with, brotherhood and My Brother's Keeper, which is the title, which is amazing. But what do you want people to take away from that that relationship that you all have?
I think that for everybody in every corner of the world, there's someone who's entered your life who's crossed that line of friend and become family. And I think that these two characters sort of mirror that. Sometimes people kind of feel like there's a description of people being fair weather or whatever, but like I guess your sort of true family, true friends are sort of like by your side, like no matter what you're going through. And we see some of that in this film.
Yeah, that's good, man. So last question. How has faith been at work in your own life and trailed throughout your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, God's been the, most powerful number one force in my life, like my whole career. I'm very, very, very blessed. I get to do what I love, and I get to inspire a lot of people. I get to talk to and relate to a lot of people. I think the biggest thing that sort of God has sort of been an example for me is to be a good listener. So I go and talk to like young people. I go talk to people in corporate America. I go talk to, different large groups and whatnot. And I think that, the connections that we have in those, whatever seminars or auditoriums or symposiums is not only me being there talking to them, but also me being there asking questions and listening to them and, sort of helping them, figure out how they're suffering anyway or their own despair. So I think that's been probably one of the best things that's happened to me as far as like God's influence in my life is being a good listener.
That's awesome, man. That's how we all want to be, great listeners, good listeners. I'm so appreciative to have you here. JesusWired.com. Everybody, please go check out the movie My Brother's Keeper. It hits theaters in March. You don't want to miss it. All right,
what's going on, guys? Yeah, go get your popcorn, your chocolate, sit on the couch, call your friends. Go watch My Brother's Keeper. It's a great movie. A lot of us are at home, feeling like we're trapped. This is a movie to help you escape, and it's going to have a good dialogue piece afterwards. So get with your family and friends. Go watch My Brother's Keeper, and I will see you in the booth tube.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.